time to see her older brother. He had just dyed his hair blonde, and he was telling us how it wasn't blonde enough. He wanted to make it more blonde, but all the dyes he has tried, they're not giving him that result. She said, oh, she's going to get him like a dye that will work. A week later, she bought the dye and she gave to him. She came and met me and told me that after she gave him the dye, she told him she wanted to cut her hair. Instead of going to a barber, she wanted him to help her cut her hair. She told me how he became so like indignant that she shouldn't cut her hair. Like, why would she cut her hair and stuff like that? And I remember thinking, like, it's first of all the hypocrisy, then the audacity. This was someone in her 30s, and her brother was someone in his 40s who, by the way, was married. He thought dyeing his hair was fine, but she wanting to cut her hair for whatever reason was not okay. It's like there's like that disparity, and I see it a lot with men especially, but it's not exclusive to men. You see it a lot with parents also, and people who feel like they have any form of superiority over you, you know. I see mostly in marriages where like a man would forbid, I'm sorry, I still cannot get over like terms like forbidding and not allowing, or allowing an adult to do something. Like, I just like that just never sits well with me. Even when I have to say it, I just cringe. Like, oh, my husband forbade me, my husband will not allow me. I'm like, okay. But I digress. But yeah, I see it a lot in marriages where you see a husband will forbid his wife from going out. Oh, don't go anywhere, don't hang out with friends. But he does all those things because whatever form it is, he has power over her. So it's like he can do all these things, that even the things that are harmful to him, but she must not do the same. It's the outright hypocrisy and the audacity. Like, yeah, a lot of people enable it, you know, a lot of like women enable this in their marriages, and you know what, to each his own, but it just doesn't sit well with me. Hey, that's why I'm not married, but again, to each his own. I see a lot of situations that they will say, oh, my husband doesn't want me to drive at night, or he doesn't want me to like hang out or stuff like that because he's trying to protect me. Really? Is that what you're telling yourself? Because these same husbands that they say do not allow them do these things, they do all those things. But because, you know, the husband has two heads, he can protect himself. Like, dude, the same gun that they'll use to shoot you, they'll use to shoot your husband. If it's dangerous, then it's also dangerous for him doing it, you know. He doesn't have two heads. You did not marry Jackie Chan. So the danger that he's afraid of for you, he is also exposed to that danger. The same way this friend of mine, like her brother telling her she shouldn't cut her hair because he feels like women shouldn't, like, you know, you're a woman, why are you cutting your hair? But he's dyeing his hair. Like, he's a grown-ass man and he's dyeing his hair, but we did not see anything wrong with that. Like, personally, I don't even see anything wrong with that. I thought his hair looked cool, but his wife did not like the hair. You know, his wife felt like it was childish. She didn't like it. If his wife comes and says, oh, she's dyeing her hair, he would tell her, no, why would you dye your hair? It looks, you know, tacky. And it's just really messed up how the double standards that people have. And you also see it with parents, where your parents would tell you not to do certain things, but they're doing it, you know. The mistakes, maybe like a child should break a cup and it's like the parent goes berserk, but when the parent like does the same thing, it's like they give themselves grace, you know. There's a lot of double standards. When society gives authority to one person over another, there's a lot of disparity. There's a lot of abuse of power. There's a lot of hypocrisy. And the sheer audacity, man. It's that one. It's the sheer audacity of a lot of these things. And I almost forgot to add the sweetest one. The one men do when they say, oh, I can't allow my wife have male friends, but you have female friends. And they'll tell you how men are dangerous and they don't trust men. They know what men are capable of. And it's like, really? Do you know what women are capable of? See, men sleep on women's power all the time. Like, men underestimate women's, like, it's like, The thing is, when these men are deep in their superiority complex, it comes with a lot of blindness. They don't even see their shit. They don't even see where the trouble is. They don't see where the problem is. Because the same way you are saying that you don't want your wife to have male friends because something might happen, the man might take advantage of her. Yeah, your female friends would also take advantage of you, but you think you're more capable to handle them, when in reality, a woman is more capable of handling a male friend in her life and not having anything to do with it than a man. Because that man, once that female friend gives him a green light, it's like, ooh, all roads lead to heaven, man. So it's all these double standards, and I see how a lot of women keep enabling men. They keep enabling this thing from men, talking about he's my protector. What is he protecting you from? Please buy a fucking gun. Like, what is he protecting you from? The same way he's protecting you, you're protecting him. Like, men don't even realize how much the women in their lives protect them. Like, you are going to even protect him more than he's going to protect you. Mentally, physically, spiritually, like, you're going to do more of the protection in this matter. But it's like, apart from the ones who have the superiority complex, the ones who these people are doing it to just sleep on their own power, it's like they give their power away. They don't even recognize how much power and value like that they have, because they've allowed this person to dumb them down. And you also see it in the dating world, where men want to put their penis in everything that secretes juice. Yeah. But when a woman wants to live like that, it's a problem. It's like, no, it's dangerous for you. It's this. Yeah, it's dangerous for the two of us. The same HIV that is out there. HIV does not know gender. STDs do not know gender. Carrying evil spirit up and down does not know gender. It's just that double standard. And when you look at it, it's because these people who feel they have an authority, or these people, especially the men, it's this like superiority complex of feeling like I can make these decisions for myself because I have sense, but you don't. And when you now look at these people, it's like, do you really have sense? Because look at the choices that you're making. Look at the things you're doing. Like, are you really intelligent? They want to get away with doing dumb shit, because they feel like they can handle it. But then they have categorized women as dumb. But in reality, women are smarter than men. Like, you can't even argue that thing with me. I'm sorry, you can't argue with me. This is not a gender war, but when it comes to having sense, you can't even argue with me, because the kind of shit the kind of shit that a lot of men do. Ugh. But yeah, this is not even a gender war. It's just that abuse of power that I see, and in these situations, it's mostly men that abuse that power. It's like. And then I see also how women can abuse power in relationships, where a woman would want to like express certain emotions like sadness and vulnerability. But when a man expresses vulnerability, it's a problem. I see it in some situations where women want to have the freedom to be like vulnerable and weak, but they don't want to see it in their partners. That's also like an abuse of power, because they're abusing the power of vulnerability. So yeah, it's just really like really messed up. And you see also in relationships where the man smokes or he drinks, but he will tell you he doesn't want his partner to smoke or drink because he can handle it and she can't. Really? Is this what y'all tell yourselves? Is this the lie that you feed yourself? You feed your ego. When in truth, y'all just have serious superiority complex. Like serious superiority complex. Y'all are just very unfair and unjust and unkind. Also, it's like serious superiority complex. And it all starts from the home. And then the kids come into society, and wherever power is placed, even in the workplace where the boss comes in late, he always comes in late. But when the employee comes in late, oh, there's a bloody fucking employee. I'm the boss. I can come in anytime I want. So it's that like abuse of power we see all the time in politics, even in the government, in organizations, everywhere. There's always that abuse of power. and it's like a toxic masculine trait. I didn't say male trait or man trait, like it's a toxic masculine trait, and anybody can wield it, man or woman. But in these scenarios I've painted, I've seen it done by mostly men, you know. It's just fucking crazy. Well, y'all continue to allow and forbid yourselves. Peace out.